Yesterday, by the time I'm posting this a few days ago, I got, well, attacked by beomhan fans in his Instagram live for saying that his fans wouldn't be defending him if he wasn't Asian, which, even though I still kind of stand by it, I realize is a little bit wrong. So, I decided to make a video explaining the actual reasons I believe he has so many defenders. Hi, for those who don't know me, I'm Space, otherwise known as Aviva, and welcome to my channel. I usually post things like ranking videos, compilations, and opinions, but today is a little different. For context, beomhan is an ex-K-pop trainee turned TikToker who is still fairly popular within K-pop stans, specifically Americans. Recently, he made some misogynistic jokes regarding the election and crashed out on Instagram and Twitter when he was called out, and since then, a lot of people have been defending him when they really shouldn't have. But anyway, onto the video. Also, before I start the video, I'd like to mention that I stumble on my words quite frequently, and I have a script in front of me, so if it seems like I'm staring off into the distance, or if I'm messing up on my words, that's why. It happens a lot, so you've been warned. Number 1, parasocial friendship. One thing I noticed repeatedly in beomhan's livestream was stuff like, I know he didn't mean to, it's not his fault, we love you, etc. I know the topic of parasocial relationships has been touched on a lot, but I think parasocial friendship needs to be discussed as well. beomhan's entire persona, or his vibe, I know it's not the word I'm looking for, but hopefully you get what I mean, has been about how close he is with his fans. Unlike most K-pop idols who sit behind a camera or a table and tell all of their fans the same exact script of how beautiful they are and how much they love them, beomhan works at cafes or stores and interacts with his fans personally. I think a lot of people assume that just because beomhan shows more of his real personality than most K-pop idols, it means his fans are his friends and know him personally, and I think that plays a major part in why he has so many defenders. They see him more as a friend, someone they know personally, more than what he is, which is truly just some guy. I don't think this is happening only in beomhan's fandom as well. It happens a lot in K-pop, especially with English-speaking idols like Yeonjin from LE SSERAFIM, Kyo from P1 Harmony, or Kevin from The Boys, whose fans seem to cross boundaries quite often and frequently make jokes that I personally find inappropriate for people to make with strangers.
Lol, bad French, okay. Let's hear you speak Korean.
Are you aware that when you think or you agree with somebody, you tend to make the sound of a cow?
제이야, 오랜만에. 너 닉네한테 그 인사가 뭐야? 닉네한테 그거 이게 뭐야 지금?
진짜 너무 예뻐.
Number 2, sympathy.
I don't give a fuck about your sympathy points.
For those who don't know, beomhan has had a long history with mental illness and has been very open about his depression and self-harm. Another thing I noticed after beomhan's initial Instagram live were a lot of people blaming his actions on his mental health and saying he was going through a manic episode and saying he shouldn't be receiving backlash because he's going through a lot. As someone who also struggles with mental illness and knows other people who do, I understand not everyone expresses it the same, but obviously it is not an excuse to say what he said and act how he did. An explanation, maybe, but not an excuse. Personally, I think he needs therapy so he can learn how to regulate his emotions even if he's going through a lot. Temporarily logging out of his social media accounts or even just making a private account to vent on seems like a good start in my opinion. I don't think people using his mental problems as an excuse is his fault though, and as much as I don't like him, I actually appreciate how he brings awareness to mental health, which is honestly pretty rare in K-pop. Number 3, K-pop stans being generally just kinda weird. While I disagree with what I said about beomhan only having defenders because he's Asian, I do think a big part of it is that he's a K-pop idol, kind of, in general. A lot of K-pop stans defend their idols against literally anything, big or small, their fault or not. Do I know why they do it? No. Do I think it goes in hand with the infantilization of Asians? Maybe. I don't know for sure if it's an Asian thing or just an idol thing, but I do know that this seems to be a pretty universal experience. Even fans of Western artists, like Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj, defend their fave artists over even the slightest bit of criticism. But honestly, I don't really think I'm educated enough on this subject to make an actual reason why people do this. I can only make assumptions. Thank you for watching. Reminder that this is not supposed to be hate towards beomhan or his fans, and it's just things that I've personally noticed during this entire situation. Also, like I said, sorry if I formulated my words kind of weird or it came off kind of awkward. I'm not really used to showing my face in front of a camera like this, which is why I usually just post words in front of fan cams. But, you know. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more videos like this, and please subscribe to my channel.